Hi Libra, how are you? Welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of December 2023. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. But we're going to begin your monthly reading by pulling a couple of these money and career oracles, and then we'll shift on forward, if I could speak, to the tarot part of the reading, where we'll see what else we have to look forward to. But to begin for Libra, making a difference. What else do we have? Plopping out, being discovered, financial rewards, and one more. Okay, that's all they want. So interestingly enough, this is the main energy that came out in the first full version of your reading that I did. It was lacking quality, so I decided to wait till the energy was better here. My energy was better, and now I'm redoing it. But anyways, financial rewards still being one of, if not the main energy and focus for your month, where Spirit's saying, on one end, your hard work is paying off. Past effort, current month, day effort, being put forth towards whatever it is for you. And I feel like all the meanwhile, your ability to manifest money, more success, but for these financial rewards is what we're speaking upon. Plus the guidance and spiritual backing up that you're receiving. All right. It feels like a very spiritual month where Spirit's saying, for some of which onto the reading, like myself, that could definitely be a part of your work in one way, shape, or form. But either way, do trust that you're very much being guided, prevented, protected, and led towards a lot more for yourself. But these financial rewards are going to feel so damn good. It's going to be a month where, for some of which onto the reading, again, like myself, it's not going to be, say, that consistent money flowing in each week or bi-weekly. I feel like a lot of which ones are the reading, it's going to be quite sporadic. It's going to be random, and that's going to as well apply to the amounts flowing in. A lot of small amounts and a couple big amounts and here and there. And Spirit's saying allow for the rewards to flow on in, because it's not just financial. But again, speaking upon those, don't be surprised when they feel a bit random all over the place, but Spirit's saying in the bigger picture of things, nothing's random, okay? It all is very much purposeful and meant to be. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is a month where you're being pushed to more so make a difference, or being reminded or informed to an extent that this is what you are doing currently through whatever you're choosing to begin and or continue for your career. A lot of which onto the reading have a core realization that they are making a difference, and that might be why you started what you're continuing or beginning at this time. But some of which onto the reading need to remember or realize in general what you do for work, how you make your money, how you succeed, what you get up to do most days of the week, or some of which you're actually making a difference, even if it doesn't feel like it, if you break things down. But you might, again, going back to the beginning of this message, be getting somewhat of a push, or a push in general, to make more of a difference with your work, knowing wholeheartedly, your guides knowing that this is going to make you feel 10 times more fulfilled, and it will keep you motivated, at least for the most part. But the third of the three, you were being discovered, my friend, throughout the month, and it's feeling so damn good. This in and of itself is a reward, and I feel like for a lot drawn to the reading, being discovered is leading to more rewards, more doors opening, opportunities left and right. I do feel as if there is a very, again, purposeful is the word coming to mind, purposeful kind of vibe and flow about how things are getting accomplished when things are being held back, delayed, prevented. It reminds me of me trying a million times to do a Leo reading yesterday for the next 48, and it just did not end up coming to be. I could not get the words out for a reading to actually be produced. And when thinking back to it, Spirit was preventing me, whether it was one or several. I feel like it was several, preventing me from doing that reading, because I was meant to wake up today, redo this reading, and then jump back to the rotation of doing the other four. You know what I mean? So, and plus the energies for that reading were quite heavy. But career advancement at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is a time period for you, a month and surrounding it, where you're advancing towards more, you're advancing towards better for yourself. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a time period for you where you're getting adjusted or now moving into shifting towards a new place of residence or a different type of financial investment. I wouldn't be surprised if a new car, a new vehicle is on the mind or being purchased, or just was recently. But I also feel like for some, there's a cleaning up, a better managing of your finances, of the rewards flowing in at this time, and more so moving forward because of being without recently or winding back, maybe because you had to do some other cleaning up and it's kind of inspired you or got you in the motion, the role of cleaning things up and feeling a lot lighter and healthier in that sense. Less weighed down is what I'm hearing. You may be pushed to think back to a time period being different for everybody when you had a blockage, if not multiple, up in regards when it came to your finances. All right. And so I feel like this is a time period where you're not receiving every bit of money and, financial rewards that you deserve, that you need even at times. But it feels like, okay, you will have what you need when you need it the most or right before it. But I feel like Spirit's saying it's just be grateful for the financial rewards, because I feel like there's 10 times more, tenfold coming back to you moving forward. All right. If there is an interview or two or a meeting of importance, there's definite luck on your side and a feeling of you, they're saying, killing it and just being yourself and communicating your way to victory, whether it's to get an approval, a new opportunity. Either way, it feels like a door to open, even if it's, say, networking of some sort. But I feel like for some of which you're getting a new job. All right. You could be gaining that new investment of some sort, a new place to live or that new car. But I do feel like for a lot, there is a new position of employment that will lead you towards more money. And Spirit's saying, don't be surprised if this is a month for you individually where, I don't want to say left and right, but sporadically, randomly, Spirit's going to remind you that you made the right choice for winding back. Whether it was leaving a job, leaving that living situation, could have been, say, two choices like those two, for example, tied into one bigger choice. And so therefore, Spirit's saying you made the right choice and things are going to work out for you more so moving forward. And look at this. This was another major energy in the first full version of your reading. Luck is on your side. Well, I was quite sloppy with writing that. I wouldn't be surprised if this is also a month where you're quite, I want to say critical is the word, of your own, energy, of your own work, of your own work ethic at times. Quite motivated for the most part, but when you're lacking that motivation, you're kind of judgmental of yourself. Critical once again. You could be reviewing past work, current, accomplished, produced work, and Spirit's saying, let's dim it down on the judgmental vibes towards yourself in that sense, just a little bit at certain points, because it's going to benefit you to be more so confident about what you're producing, developing, putting out there to the universe. But it feels like all the meanwhile, there could be a small adjustment or two, a detail that needs to be fixed or changed. And I feel like this will come from you being critical, but let's not let that get out of control. That's just a reminder or something just to be a bit aware of. Let's pull some tarot. Popping out, we have Justice. Beautiful. Our Libran energy, talking about you gaining justice throughout the month and surrounding it because you're putting in the work. You've been doing better recently with certain, moments of lack of motivation or just slip-ups or not being able to do exactly what you think you should be doing or want to be doing. But Spirit's saying everything again is happening and not happening when it's meant to. I also feel like you're going to be in the right place at the right time quite significantly throughout the month at certain points. But yeah, you're gaining justice because you are hardworking, because you're skilled, you're talented, and because people respect you. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Libras drawn to the reading have gained true levels of trust and I heard the word dependability, but it feels more so trust and impressiveness wrapped up into the fact that people like your work. People are drawn back to your work or drawn to it in general. People or your business or whatever it may be. But I wouldn't be surprised if the entrepreneurs drawn to the reading are gaining justice in the form of past clientele, customers, and even new ones flowing in, flowing back in, and this helping you greatly. It feels like it's a month where, for whatever reason, feeling quite affected by the recent past, I want to say, maybe rewinding further back, you're more, I don't want to say appreciative, but you're more, I'm hearing sensitive when it comes to the money that's flowing in at this time, and even the money that you're managing, that you are stepping into the month with already, because it feels like you want to make it last, you want to stretch it, or you want to maybe strategically invest with that money, or some of which, to further your financial status. But it feels like either way, you are very much, it feels like you're being a bit more strategic, a bit more careful with your money, and you're watching it quite clearly, closely at certain points, and this will keep you on track or get you back on track if need be. But the Page of Swords, you could be learning about a new job, learning about how to further your career in general, your business, if not multiple. Wouldn't be surprised if you are gaining information about how you best work at this point along your path, given you've changed when it comes to training for that new job or the beginning stages, maybe in regards to how you're continuing and tweaking things, adjusting your approach, or how you go about your routines or what your routines look like. You may even find that your routines take a highlight for the better and for the worse at certain points throughout the month when you're at home, when you're spending money, your day-to-day life in general, outside of your career work, because I feel like this is going to make a difference, interesting, a different meaning, make a huge difference in regards to your glow or lack thereof, which your energy, your vibe, right? And the quality or lack thereof which of your work, all the meanwhile. I feel like you are discovering new ways to accomplish what you have been doing for a while, or getting back into, or is similar to what you did in the past. There's new discoveries in regards to how to get things done easier, more efficiently, and how to go about accomplishing in such an amazing manner. Let's just put it that way. I also feel like this is a month where you need to remind yourself to hydrate, to eat healthy foods, and to not get so caught up with the routines that you have set in place or putting into place, and adjusting all the meanwhile, that you don't take care of yourself, right? And it also reminds you you're not an Energizer bunny. So I feel like a lot of which will do a pretty good job of balancing things out, your time, your effort, and replenishing yourself all the meanwhile. Some of which, drawn to the reading, need to remember to balance it out and take care of yourself a bit better. Again, the quality of your work is at stake, but I also feel like I'm hearing the word longevity. You're meant to go the distance. You're meant to get into or continue a flow of consistency, right? When producing, developing, and seeing things work out for you. We don't want to see you having to, or being forced by your system, your body, or even by spirit to take several days or a week off due to not feeling well or whatever the case may be. We don't need any setbacks. You're looking good and you're feeling good is what I'm hearing. A choice that you made very much recently or at the beginning stages of the month. You are seeing that work to your advantage quite amazingly. It feels like there's somebody you're living with or working with that is quite liking the way you are. It feels like you're very energized for whatever reason, feeling some sense of restriction, but then another sense of freedom in comparison to a past situation, feeling like things are kind of improving or have improved, but there are certain negatives or difficulties, or I'm hearing the word quirks that came up in a past reading or two, certain, I want to say annoyances, or just not so ideal aspects of where you're living or where you're working, maybe a different type of commitment or investment. And I feel like all the meanwhile Spirit's saying the positives are outweighing the negatives or whatever it ends up being for you. So do not focus too much on those details or that one specific one. Take a step back. Look at the bigger picture. Things are working out for you. Things are prospering. The one card to have come out of the deck so far, although we spoke upon the different card, did we? Maybe not. Justice once again, all right? You are going to gain so much justice throughout this month, and one of which, once again, is financial rewards. And I feel like your name is being spread, all right? Advancement on a multitude of levels in more than one area, or when it comes to more than one aspect of your money and career, all right? Queen of Swords on the Star card. Now, there's a focus on your dreams, your goals, your wishes, what you wish to see come to be moving forward. Maybe this has been an ongoing wish or dream, if not multiple. Could be new. You could be discovering it, learning more about it, or piecing together what that looks like for you. But I feel like you're a star either way being drawn to this reading, and that entails you having to use discernment, having to be very disciplined, and ask yourself when you need to hold back, when you need to proceed and make a cut, an adjustment, a tweak here or there. Now, this again goes for your routines, but when it goes to your habits, but I feel like there's a significant improvement, whether it's more so taking place throughout this month or just did at the end or at some point in November. You are doing so much better with, again, managing your money, but not overdoing it when it comes to giving into temptation, when it comes to, they're saying blindly just letting the money flow. There's there are pros and cons to that strategy, right? And so Spirit's saying, don't be surprised when this is a month. Being the star that you truly are in certain ways, you are balancing out that flow and that attentive strategy, if you will, to such an advantage, all right? It feels like there's also certain levels of vulnerability, certain moments, I should say, of vulnerability that's working to your advantage. If you're putting yourself on social media, my friend, throughout the month at any point, especially those who are quite consistent with it, you are on mother effing point and you're impressing people. Your name is being spread, whether it's your name and or your business name. And I want to say your business partner's name for some, but it feels like you are shining bright when you accomplish what you're meant to. You're shining bright when you feel this reminder come to be that you're doing what you're meant to, whether you just began it or it's continued. But I also feel like there's something about a new job or the continuation of a current one, maybe the continuation of your business, that reminds you of the dissatisfaction that lied within you, that even exuded from you when it came to a past position or a past career opportunity of some sort. And I feel like this is wholeheartedly reminding you, Libra, you are where you're meant to be for so many different reasons, right? Even if that's meant to be extremely temporary, but for a lot of which it's definitely meant to last a long time, or at least a significant period of time. Regardless of what that looks like for you, how that comes to be and proceeds, it feels like things are working out for you, okay? It feels like you are earning your stars, okay? I just heard 5 out of 5 stars, all right? However that pertains to your situation, but it feels like you're being quite secretive. Why is that? Do you feel like people will be too opinionated? Do you feel like you're kind of on a roll? You're feeling out your intuition and being spiritually guided, so why F it up? Why rock that consistent things working out for you kind of boat? Okay, interesting wording. The point being is you're keeping to yourself. There might be somebody you're informed that you can trust, whether it's who you're living with and or working with, maybe connected to otherwise, but I feel like you're keeping to yourself and you're manifesting through it all. When you manifest things in small ways throughout the month, again, in a bigger way, or again, smaller ways of financial rewards, you will be keeping that to yourself. There's gonna need to be moments in the month where you catch your breath. If a situation, say at home, at work, you name it, where you're running your business, even where you're spending money, if that's feeling off in energy, are we gonna stay there? And you may not have a choice. It may not be that black and white, but the majority of those scenarios, you're going to be able to say when you're at home, up and go for a walk or go on a little bit of a browsing spree. Maybe, if you can't hold yourself back from overspending, then don't do that. But you get the point. I just heard window shopping can help you. Very, very interesting. Let's pull a couple more before we wrap this up. I kind of feel like pulling one right from the middle. Ooh, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, the Three of Cups as well coming out. This is a time for you where there's an abundant new beginning. This is what maybe being labeled or shown to you as a new chapter within a continuing situation or multiple, but for a lot of which this is that new abundant job, that new living situation. It could be one new beginning in the midst of or in the middle of or following another new beginning of some sort. It reminds me of me moving to a new place of residence at the end of this month, stepping into December, and then I'm going to have to or will end up starting a new serving job due to that shift and just to keep up with things. And it feels like you are keeping up with things. I really feel like the middle of the month, I'm hearing unexpected money. The middle of the month, the second half, so your mid-month reading should be very interesting and enlightening. You're going to see that more lucrative, more profitable for you than the first half of the month, and especially in comparison to November. But it feels like you're getting back into the flow of things, the swing of things. and manifesting through it all. It's a time for you, Libra, where you are honoring the fact that you're meant to go places, all right? You are doing what you have to do, feeling good about your choices, and will be reminded that you should be moving forward more so. You're making adjustments, changes. You're gaining this justice once again, this overflowing cup of abundance, and you're seeing those financial rewards, most importantly, flow on in for you. They're saying now manage it well, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. I'm sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, Libra, and I'll definitely see you next time.